guys, welcome back to Boots and Bounty Homestead. My name is Casey, and today I want to show you a little something that I am actually doing for the first time, but I know you can do it, so I want to do it and show you guys. So we are out here in my kitchen herb bed, and some things have been pulled out, and so we're kind of heading into the next season. But as you see here, I have a rosemary plant. It's a small one because the cold actually killed mine this past year, so I had to start some from seed. And so I want to go ahead and create more because I only really had one that survived very well to plant, and I want to make some more rosemary plants. Now ideally you will want it a little bit bigger than this one right here, but we're going to go ahead and do it, and as this one grows you can continue to make more. So what we're going to do, and I do have one, where did I just have, right here. I have one here that I cut off earlier that we are going to do first, and then we're going to come in here and cut a couple of these. Now, the more you cut on these limbs, the more they are going to produce, kind of like mint and basil, where you cut between the two little leaf armpits and it grows out and makes two more. Rosemary is the same way, and you can see here, this has previously been cut, or maybe it got topped a little bit. I'm not really sure what happened to it. And now there's two more that are growing out of it. So that's what the plant's going to do. The more you cut, the bigger and bushier it's going to get. Well, actually this I have thought about maybe putting some out front because I do edible landscaping or medicinal landscaping, and I want to fill my beds up a little more out front because I'm still working on what's going to work the best out there. So I want to maybe see if we can get some more rosemary plants and I can propagate some more and maybe put them out front. Okay, so here is one that I've already cut off, and I'm gonna do one in dirt and one in water, just as an experiment to see which one is gonna work better. So we've got this one, and then we're gonna come in here and I'm gonna cut one more about 5 or 6 inches long, and there's not really a specific spot to cut them, not like, you know, in between the armpit leaves like you do on mint or basil. So here I've got two. One is going to be in the dirt, one's going to be in water. Now for my soil, if you guys have been around very long, you know that I have gin trash soil, and I've actually started putting some of my chicken compost, as you see back here. I've started putting some of my chicken compost on top because I actually had mustard here, and when that come out I started putting more in this bed to fill it up. Because with hugelkultur beds, which is what these are, they do shrink down a lot. And so if you have perennials, you have to be aware of that first of all, and to make sure that you fill it up enough to where you can keep topping it off every year until it gets good and established. So now with my soil that I'm going to use, I'm just going to use what it's going to be planted in, because why not? You know, whenever you transplant it, your plant's going to, you know, sometimes a shock. And if you start a plant as we're doing here, and you put it in the soil that it's going to live in, there's not much of a shock transplant because it's not going from one type to another, and the roots won't be disturbed as much. So let's go ahead and let's get some soil from here and go ahead and put it in our pot, and then I'll show you what to do. All right, so I've got this is like I'm guessing about a 4-inch pot, because I reuse mine. I do buy a couple of plants every year. Most I start from seed, but I do have to buy a couple of plants, and I do keep the container so I can reuse them to start my own plants in. So I've got the soil from here into my container now, and If you have root hormone, you can go ahead and get that out and apply that after we do this step here. So what you want to do is go about halfway up, and you want to hold the middle part and strip the bottom down. So that way you have all these rosemary leaves that you're going to use for your next meal. All right, so I'm going to stick these in my pocket right here. And right here where all of these little limbs have been pulled off, that's where your roots are going to start. So at this point you can dip it in a root hormone, and if you don't have a root hormone, we're just going to simply stick it in the soil. So I'm going to put mine right there in the middle, and I'm going to put it all the way up to where the leaves are. So that way all you have sticking up is the leaves. So now with this, you're going to have to make sure you do keep it moist so it can start those roots, or you can actually sit this in a tray or a plate or saucer or something that is going to be able to bottom water your pot. Now with this one, you're going to do the exact same thing. Hold it in half, peel the bottom off, and then you're just going to simply put it in water up to the bottom of the leaves. And over the next couple of weeks, you will start seeing roots to grow, and then you can transfer it outside into your bed or wherever you're going to put it once it gets established. Roots maybe about an inch or so long, and you can transplant those outside. So I'm gonna go do that now, and then we will we'll check back here probably in a couple of weeks and see how these are doing. If you catch our lives, I will be doing updates on those as well on Monday nights at 5 p.m. Central. I will do a short little update, but whenever these get ready to be put in the ground, I'll bring you back and we will do that together. So this one right here, like I said, I'm going to go put in water inside, just a little half-pint jar, and then just fill it up about 3/4 of the way. Put this in there. You can also dip this in root hormone before you put it in the water, or you can do like I'm going to do and just stick it in water and see how it does. So this is how you get more rosemary plants, from either starting one from seed or buying one from the store. You don't have to pay $3, $4, $5 a plant to get that many plants. If you have the time and have the patience, you can create your own. And that is a lot more self-sustainable than having to purchase a whole lot of plants, because you can actually make your own at home. So let me know if you do this in the comments below, and check back in a couple of weeks. We will see how these are doing, and I thank you for stopping by. We will see you next time. Bye guys.